welcome to Synergy Bonus. I'm Spoony Paladin, and today I'm going to be talking about Megaman 11. This game came out October 2nd, 2018. It's the first Mega Man in the original series since 2010, which was Mega Man 10. I am the only one out of the group that's played it aside from the demo, and I'm going to tell you my impression from the demo to this is different, so we'll get into that. So I'm going to take the time here to kind of let you know what's what with it. So, the story of Mega Man 11, I actually kind of like it for what it is. It actually starts with the falling out between Dr. Wily and Dr. Light. Dr. Wily developed this system called the Double Gear System, which could enhance the abilities of robots. Dr. Light wanted to research AI, and basically put a stop to Wily's research, and that's pretty much where they had their falling out. Wily wakes up one night after having a dream about this and decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to take my double gear system that I made and I'm going to go steal some of these robots that are getting repaired by Dr. Light, and we're going to kind of show the world what's what with what I have there. I mean, it's a traditional Mega Man, 8 robot masters, whatnot. But Wily says something at the end of the game that I can agree with. He says that, it wasn't you that beat him, it was his own system. And yeah, I agree with it, because Mega Man gets this system installed in him to go fight the Robot Masters, because they have it installed in them. So, even playing field. One thing I will note from the story is that Bass and Proto Man are completely not even present. No mention, no visuals, no nothing. So, I don't know what. Maybe there's DLC. I don't know. DLC for Mega Man just doesn't seem like it'd be a good thing. Gameplay, like I said, it's a traditional Mega Man. Everything's there, unlike in Mega Man 10, where it was locked behind different characters. In Mega Man 10, Mega Man only would jump and shoot Man, basically. Proto Man had his shield, and he could slide and could charge. And, yeah, they gave them all back to Mega Man, which is good, because that's what it was. I know Trav and doesn't care for the slide very much, but it's nice that it's there, and whatever. But the new ability is the double gear system, and when I played the demo with Blockman stage, I hated the double gear system, not gonna lie. And I still kind of hate the double gear system. What it does is it allows you to either speed up your character and slow down the stage, or power up your character. Like, your shots do more damage, you can double power shot. This will also work with your special weapons, where it kind of really accents them with an extra boost of power, which is great for fighting the Robot Masters, because it will just end them. But I feel like the double gear system is almost not necessary, and they kind of force it onto you in this game. The weapons in this game are actually really fun to use, with the exception of the acid shot. The acid shot, basically a barrier comes around you, and then you can do the acid shot. But if you put the barrier up and something hits you, the barrier goes away, you can't do the acid shot. You gotta put the barrier up, and it's just kind of annoying. One thing I did notice is they have some extra modes. Your challenge mode, which is nice, but they also had a gallery mode. And when you look through the gallery mode, you can see that these Robot Masters weren't made by Wily Industries or Light Industries. They're actually from third-party companies. Little Easter egg, one of them, Tundra Man, was made by Cossack Industries, which I thought was nice. And it kind of shows you what they do, and because some of the characters seem really out there. For instance, Bounce Man. And yeah, I can, after reading it, I'm like, that makes total sense what Bounce Man's for. Athletic playground sort of thing. And, okay, so I'm going to go into the Robot Masters now. I actually really like the designs of these Robot Masters. And the weakest one out of the bunch, design-wise, is their flagship one, Blockman. Blockman is just kind of an awful design and whatnot. It's like Hard Man meets Concrete Man meets just bad. I mean, but we have Blockman, we have Acid Man, we have Bounce Man, we have Fuse Man, we have Tundra Man, we have Torch Man, and we have Blast Man. Blast Man's another interesting one, because he's a pyrotechnics person for amusement parks and whatnot. So that's really cool too. Among my favorite stages in this game was actually Bounce Man stage because I never really used the double gear system in it. It's got a lot of like balloons that you jump on, you bounce around, and it's not too gimmicky, really. I mean, you kind of pick up on it that, and it's just done, over with. It does kind of repeat itself with mini bosses. It's like this giant frog thing, and you do fight it again later on, but you have the bouncy pads. But the stage that's actually notorious for repeating itself again is Blockman stage. Why they decided to use Blockman for the demo is beyond me. Like I said, my opinion of this game is real low when I played that demo, and I love Mega Man. But Blockman stage, the stage repeats itself, and I think they used it for padding. It has 2 mini-bosses, the same mini-boss, which again, I just said, Bounce Man's did that too. But it also has these conveyor belts of death, where a machine will come up here, and it'll be eating the stage, and you have to go through this thing. And it repeats it again later on. And then there's a ascent stage, or part of the stage, where blocks will be dropping, there's some conveyor belts there, and again, it repeats that later on. It felt like I played the same stage twice. I don't know. I didn't like that. They could have done so much more than just taking what they had in the first half of the stage and just copy-pasting it. That's just me, but whatever. Some stages I feel like they're really forcing that double gear on you, especially for the speed gear, for the slowing down things. Torchman stage in particular, it's a campground. I mean, forest fires and stuff. Hilarious, actually. But there's some instant death fire that comes after you. And you can get ahead of it without it and whatnot, but like if you use that speed gear, it gives you the extra few steps to kind of plan things and whatnot. Again, you don't need it, but it makes life so much easier if you use it. And, I mean, it gets frustrating when you don't use it. So they're really trying to push it on you. Graphically, this game looks great. It ditches the 8-bit sprites for the modern approach with 3D models on a 2D track. I wish they would have stuck with 2D models, kind of like what they did with the Shantae and actually Guilty Gear, the HD sprites, like just the hand-drawn sprites. I feel like they could have been animated so much better and whatnot. But it does look good. The only thing is Mega Man kind of looks goofy a little bit. Basically with his running animation and his climbing animation. I get it, he's a robot. He's supposed to look robotic, but the other Mega Mans were always smooth, especially even the gigantic sprites for 7 and the sprite for 8. So I really don't know why they decided this. I hope if they do a number 12 or even an X9 that they go to hand-drawn sprites. I think it could look nice. Knowing Capcom, who knows. But the enemies look how they should. They're colorful. They have that Mega Man look. And I love it. And it's smooth. Everything is very smooth with animation. So I can't complain about that. The sound on this game is kind of a miss. And the reason it's kind of a miss is a Mega Man game should have sound that sticks with you. Catchy, memorable tunes. This didn't have it. Especially the Wily stages. It falls short. And with the Wily stages, there's 4 Wily stages. And the same track is played through each of them. I know in the number 2... you had that classic Wily track for the first 2 stages, then it changed to another one after on, and I know other Mega Man games that did that too. So, to have a non-memorable track 4 stages in a row, just not good. And even the Wily fight and the Yellow Devil fight, just the music, the boss music there just didn't sit with me. The stage music that I liked the most was actually Fuse Man, and I think they used that in the initial announcement trailer. And then I like the character select music and the weapon get music. And that's about it. Everything else is just not memorable. It's not bad, but it's not memorable. Mega Man should be memorable. I'm sure people are going to come out and remix the stuff, and it's going to sound great. But right now, I can't remember anything but the character select and the weapon get. And no, I can't even remember the title music right now, which is kind of crazy. But honestly, this was a nice attempt from Capcom. I feel like they could have done better. But it's nice to see them bring Mega Man back into the spotlight, especially after the disaster that was Mighty Number 9. You know, initially when I played the demo, I wasn't looking forward to this after that demo, but I'm glad I continued through and played the whole game once it came out, and my opinion changed. And actually, through multiple playthroughs, it's actually improved a little bit. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 if we're going on a 5-star rating. If I'm going out of a 10 rating, I would give it 7. You know, it's not perfect by any means, but it's not horrible either. I enjoyed it. I really hope that this kind of renews faith in Capcom, that people want Mega Man, especially with Legacy 1 collection, Legacy 2 collection, and the X collections. I really hope that they say, hey, Mega Man Legends 3, we're good to go. Let's continue on with that. I just don't want them to change it too much, though. Like, keep Mega Man, Mega Man. Keep X, X. Keep Legends, Legends. Don't vary the course too much. But with that, good night, good gaming, and give Mega Man 11 a try. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, why not check out one of our other ones? Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed it. Until then, we'll see you next time.